The study of the art of a particular group of people allows you to gain valuable insight into their culture. From an anthropological perspective, the art of the elite is important, but what is equally, or maybe even more important, is studying the art of ordinary people. Our Western understanding of art is generally biographical. A certain person created a unique piece of artwork. Everyone knows of the Mona Lisa or the Sistine Chapel. Unlike Western art, Southeast Asian art is better understood as classes of traditional objects that are made by a particular community. One such class of objects is textiles. As with other art forms, studying the textiles of a group of people can provide insight into their cultural identity. With that in mind, I decided to focus on the textiles of an ethnic group from Thailand. At first glance, Thailand is a nation of exotic landscapes and a rich culture grounded in the Theravada Buddhist tradition. However, this is only representative of what could be called mainstream Thailand. I was more interested in researching a hill tribe from Thailand. High in the mountains of northern Thailand live the hill tribe known as the Karen. The Karen are the largest ethnic minority in Thailand. These rice farmers live in stilt houses made of bamboo with thatched roofs. At the front of the house is a covered veranda for cooking, entertaining, and weaving. Weaving is a very important part of their culture. Today, while many of the Karen reserve the wearing of traditional clothing for special occasions, the clothing is still an integral piece of their cultural identity. According to Dr. Michael Lemming, who has done extensive research on the Karen, if one asks them what is distinctive about being Karen, after mentioning the ability to speak and read the Karen language, the second answer given will always be the wearing of Karen clothing. Karen clothing is made of cotton fiber that is woven on backstrap looms. Most Karen women know how to weave their traditional clothing. Red is the primary color used in Karen textiles. Some designs require the use of ikat technique, which involves binding parts with thread before the dyeing process to prevent them from being dyed. Other designs involve dyeing the whole thread. Marriage is a very important and ritualized rite of passage in Karen culture. Thus, traditional Karen women's clothing can be grouped according to an individual's marital status. Girls and unmarried women wear long, shapeless white dresses that are simply adorned with red lines. Before her wedding, a Karen woman weaves the clothing typical of a married woman, which she will wear on her wedding day. She puts an enormous amount of time into making her outfit. It takes about 16 hours to make the skirt alone. This process can be seen as a measure of her skill as a weaver, which could impact her social status in the community. Married women wear woven skirts that are primarily red. The other colors that are used in the skirt are blue, indigo, black, gold, and green. Their V-neck shirts are mostly blue or black. Women's clothing is adorned with multicolored stripes and other patterns. Women will also decorate their clothing with beads, embroidery, and seeds. For special occasions, they will also wear decorated turbans. This type of ornamentation is also seen in Karen jewelry, especially in the wearing of beaded necklaces. As the traditional culture of the Karen people is confronted by the outside world, it is clear that textiles play an important role in maintaining their cultural identity. It is interesting to see how different cultures evolve, especially those in less accessible locations like the mountains of northern Thailand. The Karen are relatively poor compared to modern city-dwelling Thais. Will the allure of city life and the promise of a more lucrative future cause Karen youth to abandon their traditional lifestyle, or will they be able to seamlessly weave the traditional with the new?